welcome to my podcast for the first time.
Not for the first time.
In the physical one.
Yes.
In a proper way shoot, है ना? So how is
But
Durga
that
Puja
was
going?
also nice.
Durga Puja. How is Durga Puja going on?
How is Durga
We are
Puja?
in today Saptami.
Yeah, Shubha Mahasaptami
Yeah.
to everyone, to you,
Thank you.
and to all the viewers who are watching. And this is like the biggest festival of Bengal as well as the Bengalis, and we are in a beautiful morning.
Yeah.
It's
And in a
been
beautiful
raining.
place.
Yeah, in a
Eco
beautiful
Park.
place, obviously.
Everybody, those who are watching, do visit this place, maintained by and curated by our Devashish sir. You have been here, no? Before?
Yeah. I've been here before. And we also have the replica of the seven wonders of the world here.
Yeah.
And that probably would be,
Yeah.
making you see.
Hmm.
So about Durga Puja, it is the biggest festival. Like it's more like a religion. It's a festival of the masses. Like it transcends all religion, all places, everything. And specifically, after 2 years of COVID. Now everybody is out on the streets in
Yeah.
the light, enjoying. And अभी तो बारिश भी हो रही है, पर फिर भी हमें कुछ परवाह नहीं है. We are like just on the streets. Today also in the morning it was raining, and it's really a very pleasure to be here.
So how do you maintain this thing, like bureaucracy and beauty? I would say you are the perfect example of that thing, na? Beauty with brand.
वो तो मुझे नहीं पता, but it's like a passion, Whenever I see myself, and I believe that whenever a person should see himself or herself.
Do somebody
in front
believe first time when you say I am an officer, looking
वो
at
तो
you?
नहीं पता,
लोग क्या कहते हैं कि नहीं आप तो you might be an actress, madam.
वो मुझे नहीं पता, but it's like all about maintaining yourself, what you feel from the heart you do. Everything in my life, whatever I have felt from the heart, I have done. For example, a small example, जब मुझे I am a revenue officer, and this is basically we have वो जो cadre होता है ना, जैसे कि IAS, IPS, IRS, तो ऐसा हो सकता था कि that I could be a BDO or something, but I know that उसका जो इतना ज़्यादा pressure है, and we have to do a lot of things. We won't be getting holidays in the pujas. I am not going to disrupt my mental peace for the sake of anything. तो ये बात है. Plus पढ़ाते भी हूँ, nowadays. So everything comes from the heart. Whatever I feel like
Huge
doing,
fan,
I have done.
lot of youth are a huge fan of ma'am.
So this is something like that. Everything, whatever I have done in my life, मुझे वही लगता है कि when you are placing yourself in front of the mirror, you should be happy. Happiness is what matters end of the day. कि कुछ लोग रहते हैं ना कि they do a job but then they are not happy in the job. They will say that okay, my God, life sucks and all that, and you know how government service is end of the day. So yeah, I have not a single day I have got bored, because I maintain a totally different passionate. I just maintain my passionate ideology about whatever I do. Maybe it beauty, maybe it fitness, maybe it educating, maybe it art, maybe it anything. तो सब कुछ मिला के I guess I'm a happy person.
But जैसे आप कह रहे थे, but there are times we are positive. I am a very positive guy, but circumstances don't make us feel positive. How do you tackle that?
That is true. So thing is that
I want to ask you a question in that कि lot of time people say अरे ये तो लड़की है, इसीलिए इनको ये chance मिल जाता है.
वो तो मुझे I have heard it a lot.
You got these things?
I have heard it a lot of things.
So how do you tackle?
I just just would share an experience. The election के वक्त क्या हुआ था? I am the first female liaison officer जो कि observers के साथ. Normally female मतलब lady liaison officers are not selected.
Can you just describe what is the work of liaison officer?
Yeah, I will just explain. So that is during the elections, so the observers are sent from the center. So they are basically the basic point of contact between the center and the state. Okay, so they are to see whether everything is going fine or not. कहीं पे कुछ अनाज शनाब कुछ हो रहा है कि नहीं, सब कुछ उन्हें मतलब they only have to say and they have to report to the center.
Okay.
So because they do not know the state, they do not know how the state government works. So the state government appoints an officer to cooperate with him. So मेरा जो हाल था कि स्टेट से भी I used to get bamboo or center. Like I was like
Sandwich.
sandwich between the center and the stage, and it's a very diplomatic situation that I had to tackle.
I think it's common for officers, the sandwich scenario.
Yeah, very. But in the elections and all that, specifically in the parliamentary elections and in Bengal politics, so you know what happens. So you know it's a very tacky position that we had to. So normally the ladies are not. Plus ladies have a lot of work. People think that ladies have a lot of work. They are more for the home and all that. So all those preconceived notions karke, the ladies are not basically given that opportunity, I should say, to be a LO. But I am probably the first one who is a female LO, and that too 3 consecutive. So I had made a hat trick already.
Okay.
So
Election.
I mean the Vidhan Sabha election, and then
This was recently?
recently, yeah, the last Vidhan Sabha election.
Okay,
of Bengal.
2020.
2021.
Yeah.
So that happened in like around March, May, June or something. So then that particular observer, he was from Odisha and he was extremely strict.
Okay.
And his LOD had to be changed like twice or something because they were not able to cope up with him or something, or he was not liking them. And again the same observer came for the Bhawanipur by-election.
Same one.
Same observer, and people were kafi scared. And because of my so-called, I don't know, positive or negative record, they put me into the LO. And so I became the first LO who was serving a male observer. And my record was good, and then people started saying, "Acha, bas aise hi, tune to bas aise hi." You know, I made some magic maybe to patawify him or something like that. So kind of, you know, sometimes I used to get very demotivated, but now I enjoy these things. Okay, chalo, people are taking
It doesn't
into
disturb
account.
you anymore.
No, it does not disturb me anymore at all, because see, whenever people do comment about, women or ladies who are progressing, so it's like kind of very natural. I believe that whenever, for the viewers also, whenever you are getting a negative comment, it means you are doing something good.
That I heard.
Yeah.
There's one thing I want to point out, you know, in there's something that beautiful girls never reply too much. Okay? So I think many boys can agree with that, but connecting with you and being an officer, I never failed that thing. You know, I used to think like when I didn't know, मैं जब जानता नहीं था आपको पहले, तो मुझे लगता था नहीं मैडम के तो बहुत ईगो होंगे, एक तो ऑफिसर, ऊपर से इतनी जान पहचान, फैन फॉलोइंग, रिप्लाई नहीं करेंगे. But I have always seen you are always that thing. Whenever I called you, whenever I messaged you, even our this thing also in a very short span of time.
Very short span
So
of time.
like, don't have that, you know, ego. Yeah, I have done so much.
Yeah, इसका तो कोई
नहीं
मतलब
फील तो आता ही होगा कभी कभार.
नहीं, yeah, there are
ऐसे
creepy
कैसे?
people,
हाँ.
but you can kind of understand like who is creepy. अब तुम्हें तो देख के creepy नहीं लगता. So yeah, we girls, I mean women have that sixth sense.
Tell
We
me
is
something
creepy and
about
we
this
is
thing.
not.
How girls can, you know, do so much of homework by seeing a person?
Not exactly saying. So there is this thing that if a guy continuously pings you, he might be creepy, and if a guy pings you once or twice, he might not be. This is some kind of very stupid.
How I
freaking
am, tell
solution.
me.
ऐसा तो कुछ obviously लगा नहीं, and you are doing such a good job. Seriously, I guess the viewers have also learned about how the VEEM motivational stories are actually motivating viewers. So obviously, he's doing a very nice job, and it's like a pleasure of me of being a state government officer. कि he has actually.
अरे इतना भी नहीं बोलना था. ये तो कुछ ज़्यादा ही promotion हो गया.
Dear state government officers to be in your interview panel or whatever. So maybe it's like my pleasure. Such
Oh my God. Oh my God. When it's coming from you, okay, thank you. I agree. So what's planned? Like tomorrow is Ashtami, the main day of Durga
Today
Puja.
is Saptami.
Tomorrow is Ashtami.
Tomorrow is Ashtami, so the day will begin for the Bengalis. The day will begin with we will have this, Pushpanjali in the morning, and after that, normally thing is that we have to spare a time at home, and we also have to spare a time like out with friends and all that. So there are people who do party and all, but during the pujas, I'm like totally either at home or eating out or hopping to the pandals.
Don't tell me this thing eating out. I can say eating out I look like. Why you don't look like?
Please, I have gained weight, please. 2 years back when you had taken that offline thing, I guess, that online thing, I guess I was, उससे तो काफी ज़्यादा have
ठीक
gained
है
weight.
मेरे बगल में बैठा करो बीच में and click picture with me, you don't feel like. People will still say you are fit.
But I am a totally matlab I love
And
eating.
I think Bengalis you.
So
we have that
Bengalis
thing.
love eating, and I don't know who does not, but I love eating.
What is your
And
favorite food?
my
Favorite food?
favorite food is like anything that, you know, it's like I love anything and everything. I love from dal seddha bhat, which is like boiled rice with the dal, to mutton biryani or continental. Anything that, you know, my tongue gives the permission to have it, I have.
You know, you said this thing just like Shreya Ghoshal. मैं कुछ दिन पहले was watching a interview of Shreya Ghoshal, तो the interview asked था कि आपके favorite खाना क्या है, आप इतने famous हो ये वो, तो बोला मेरा सबसे favorite खाना वो बंगाली style का भात and आलू पोस्तो.
See, आलू पोस्तो is also there. मेरा तो उससे भी nominal है. I can even have घी भात the whole day, like घी and भात, and we will like, you know, हाथ से ऐसे करके we will have.
चावल हाथ से नहीं खा.
हाँ, मतलब चावल हाथ से नहीं. We will just, you know, I don't know what you call in Hindi, ऐसे करके, you know, you have to paste it and you will have it. वो जो निवाला करके we will have it. So उससे लेके you can, I mean, I don't know. So Bengalis are like, you know, all about eating and about gaining weight, and no matter how much you go to the gym before pujas, but after the pujas, all gyms are band.
Seriously. So, any plans in upcoming about your service or anything going on? Right now?
Not exactly right now. So basically, the thing is, see, I want to help more people. I'm also getting associated with people of the, you know, so there is an organization which basically looks after the children of the red light area.
Oh.
Okay, so I
really want to work on that. Please let
let's
me.
see, yeah, because I guess we should work on that, because पहले तो ये लोग ना इसके बारे में नहीं बोलते and all, and if you know, because this is a Durga Puja, I'm saying the first soil of the Durga Puja, whenever you make it, that comes from them. So you know, they need to be worshipped in a sense, and I do not know whether the viewers know this or not. So I had made a little bit of research, and I came to know that why does the first soil comes from their doorstep? Because it is said that whenever a man enters the doorstep of such a person, I mean of a sex worker, then he you know, he gets bereft of all his virtues, of all his goodwill at the doorstep. So the soil at the doorstep, वो होता है ना जो पुण्य जो हम बोलते हैं, all his punya is there, it's placed there, so we take the soil of the doorstep. But at the same time, जिन लोगों से हम दुर्गा माँ की प्रतिष्ठा करते हैं, उन लोगों के बारे में तो सोचना चाहिए.
Exactly.
So this is, you know, I believe that they should be made a part of the Durga Puja, because we get the first soil from them, and we don't even think about their children and all. And there are many children who are well established.
Okay.
You know, they have been doctors, they have been engineers. Yeah, they are. So I believe that even the viewers, if you really
Please let me know. I would love to connect
sure.
on that part.
So you know, so that is one thing. Plus, I also want to have my own batch of students, my own batch of civil servants.
That
maybe.
will be great. I told you many times, you know, you should
So,
start it.
Let's see what's in. And बस और तो सब कुछ चलता ही रहता है. And my hobbies keeps on changing. So traveling is also a part. Everything is a part actually.
Traveling, you know, I think it gives you a huge learning of personal
Very
life.
much, specifically solo traveling.
Yes,
I believe
agree totally.
whenever you should travel solo. You should not have
Make
the
friends,
disturbance.
random friends.
Totally make new friends, go to new culture. Like recently I have been in Mumbai, and I was there like totally alone. So there were places I just went out to the streets of Mumbai, and there was this Jahangir this art gallery where I went. And I was just looking at those marvelous pictures, and there was one guy who came and he told me, "Madam, if you feel any difficulty, let me know. I'm a painter here. I will explain." And to my what I can say, to my sweet pleasure, he was a Bengali, and the whole team was Bengali.
Okay.
So then we went out, we had food, we you know went to a cafe, we partied. That's how we make friends, and we are still in touch. So I even met award-winning painters over there.
Oh my God.
Okay, so this was like what I can say. This is what you get on a solo trip.
Exactly. This last question
Yeah.
I would ask, like many officers when I talk ना, हमारे एक मन में बैठा रहता है कोई officers है तो strict फोटो डालेंगे and then office में डालेंगे and वो बातें सिर्फ motivational वाली बातें करेंगे. But I saw you shared your personal pictures on
totally,
Instagram, and that candid, you know, that's me. Okay, never bothered somebody might told you, ना
Yeah,
आप तो officer हो, आप
totally.
कैसे?
Because when I started being in the service, I got
You should follow madam's Instagram handle.
yeah. I got shamed.
What you
in
are giving
many
me
ways.
treat, I have promoted you. Also.
Sure. So I got shamed in many ways. People used to talk about, oh my God, how कैसे pictures डालती है. I even got threatened that they will,
Oh my God.
post my pictures, make posters of my pictures and distribute it to my blog. I never bothered, because it's me. I cannot fake. I mean, वो जो होता है ना कि ये officer, I guess you must have heard about Aishwarya Sharon ma'am. Who is a Miss India, she
IFS,
even
this
called-
time,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
She is
yeah.
a Miss India contestant and she is an
2021
IFS
batch.
officer,
IFS
I guess.
officer,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if she can be, she came after me,
हाँ, हाँ.
and why can't anyone? I believe वो हमारे ना एक mental setup है कि ये करना चाहिए, ये नहीं करना चाहिए. कहाँ पे लिखा है? ऐसे तो किताब में कहीं पर मैंने नहीं लिखा. When I had signed the service book records or something, कहीं पे फिर तो ये नहीं लिखा कि आपको यही पहनना चाहिए. मतलब government servant हो, you cannot wear miniskirts or you cannot go. Obviously, I'm not doing anything outside my public service or my domain.
Exactly.
Whatever
That's
I'm
your
doing
personal
is my,
life.
Totally, yeah, it's totally my personal life. And I believe सबका एक personal life का हक है.
हाँ.
People do not share. That's
Exactly.
it. The difference. And basically when you are a lady, then it becomes much more important कि my God, she's a lady and she's
things.
getting on these parties and she is coming home late. I mean, this is just a preconceived notion that people need to get out of. And now I have come to realize that the people who used to I thought that they did not like me. अब देखो उनका भी दोष नहीं है because they have come from that background.
That background.
Right. So when they came to know about me and they mixed with me and they made friends with me, now they have become my ardent followers. And I have become very good friends with them. So this is how we change. So whenever something negative is happening, we should not react. That's what I believe. Till my life, I have never reacted whenever something negative is happening to my life. And then I have seen that how that particular negative thing has turned out to be positive actually. And have become your strength as well. So this is very important.
So we end this with so much of positivity today. Thank you so much once more for giving the time and opportunity.
Yeah, thank you to you too, VEEM, and please follow. He's doing an incredible job. Seriously, he's traveling to places and he's taking interviews for the aspirants. So this is something really very incredible and motivational. I believe someone should take his interview sometime.
Yeah, actually I have so many things to share, because जब हम कहीं जाते हैं ना तो 2-2 3-3 दिन हम ऑफिसर्स के साथ बिताते
Exactly.
हैं.
Even I believe that I should take an interview with him sometime. Seriously.
Yeah. So
Because I also want to know the stories. Because you are a storyteller and I'm an ardent story listener. So I believe that I should have the only opportunity to hear stories from him.
Someday.
Whatever he has got a hoard of, I guess memories and experiences. I believe that you should also share that with the
Seriously,
learners
seriously.
sometimes.
So everything I might not be able to share on camera, but
Okay.
yeah, I have seen my personal growth is going very high because
I know.
so many, I've learned recently. We did a podcast with IDES, ICFS, ICLS. These
Okay.
are the departments which are not being so famous. in
Even
the
I
media.
do not know all the departments. Very
So that thing, and as you said, एक होता है कि central level officers, एक होता है state level officers. Then when you cut to, like I'm giving an example, जब आप ADG के साथ बैठते हो तो आप एक चीज का नॉलेज होता है, the grey line of bureaucracy.
True.
जब आप एक IO के साथ बैठते हो, IC के साथ बैठते हो, you get a different perspective
Totally,
of
totally,
subject.
totally.
तो वो चीजें, and अभी तो लगता है कि मुझे थोड़ा सिस्टम मुझे भी समझ आता है. I
हाँ,
shouldn't
वो तो
say
है,
this in
it's-
front
it's
of you.
No, it's very
but,
complicated. Even
it's
मुझे
very
भी
complicated,
पूरा का
हाँ.
पूरा system तो पता नहीं. And you also have to know the hierarchy in bureaucracy is very complicated. You have to know every details की. Not only that, these are something very funny things that I needed to share with the viewers. You have to decide the color of your sari according to the meeting you are going for.
हाँ.
So and I'm talking about the girls, I'm talking about the women. So you cannot wear a very flashy sari or a silk sari or a very very costly sari when some very high post officials are coming and you are. But when you are conveying, for example, you are the convener of a particular meeting, then you can wear something very expensive or something like that. So these are certain things which मुझे अच्छा भी लगता है ये जानने के लिए. And I totally deck up myself. इसीलिए शायद डिपार्टमेंट में थोड़ा सा तो नाम है मेरा कि I know the decorum.
थोड़ा नहीं, बहुत है.
कहाँ पे क्या पहनना है etc. So these are the things that these are very interesting. Like this is how I also correlate beauty and glamour in my service. Like I exactly know what I need to talk about and what I need to wear. This decorum, जो grooming होता है part, which I believe in the state government offices is a little bit lacking or missing. Not because it's their fault, but because I believe that they should actually have classes whenever they are in the training institute and all. So this is something very important.
This is I also felt sometimes जब भी हम किसी ऑफिसर से मिलते हैं ना, जो कंटेंट स्पेसिफिक या क्रिएटिविटी में थोड़ा, आई वुडंट से एवरीबॉडी इज नॉट दैट, बट कुछ लोग समझ जाते हैं एंड दे गिव यू दैट स्पेस टू वर्क, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट दैट जर्नलिस्ट कि माइक उठाया और चले गए, है ना. तो कभी कभार कुछ लोगों को समझाने में इतना टाइम लग जाता है, बट फिर भी वो समझ नहीं पाता कभी कभार. तो हमें लगता है यार कैसे, मतलब आपसे तो उम्मीद ही नहीं था.
Just imagine you are outside the system. Just imagine my situation. I'm inside the system. What I'm facing day by day.
तो बट लकीली आई गॉट ऑफिसर्स रियली, एंड कभी कभार ऐसा फील होता है कि समझ नहीं पा रहे, हम जाते फोटो खिंचवा के आए. दैट्स हाउ इट इज. सो
I guess मेरे लिए ऐसा नहीं.
नहीं, दैट्स व्हाई वी आर डूइंग इट द सेकंड टाइम.
Yeah.
लेट्स कट इट. ओके.